Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope all of you are fine and safe inside your homes. Now, today we are going to start with fourth chapter under geography, that is agriculture. So, now let us start with the chapter. So, agriculture. Now, all of you must have heard this word agriculture many number of times. All of you must be knowing the meaning of agriculture also, but still let us know the exact meaning of agriculture. So, I will read it out. The practice of farming, the science or the practice of farming, which includes the cultivation of soil for the growing of crops and also rearing of animals so that they can provide us food, wool and other products. This is what we call agriculture. So, what is agriculture? It is the science or the practice of cultivation of soil for the growing of crops and also rearing of animals so that they can provide us food, wool and other products. Well, this is what we call agriculture. So, what is agriculture? Growing of crops, cultivation of soil, rearing of animals. So, when all of these are combined, we form a definition, we form a phase which we call it as agriculture. So, now let us move to the next part. So, now the next part is types of farming. So, today we are going to study 4 types of farming, which will include primitive subsistence farming, then we will have intensive subsistence farming, commercial, and then lastly plantations. So, now let us start with the first one, that is primitive subsistence farming. So, what is primitive subsistence farming? It is one of the practices which is still practiced in India, where farmers are not using modern equipments, farmers are not using fertilizers, insecticides or pesticides, but they are using the traditional methods, they are using the traditional tools of equipment, just like digging sticks and all of it. So, it is under slash and burn agriculture, but it is still practiced in India. This is what we call primitive subsistence farm. In the picture also you can see that in the Northeast Council it is being shown, it is the example of primitive subsistence farming, where it majorly depends on the monsoon climate. It depends upon the monsoon season and the climatic conditions for that particular place. So, this is what it is, an example of primitive subsistence farming, which is one of the old methods of farming, where farmers are not using the modern methods of farming, they are not using the modern tools and equipments for which are used for farming, but they are using the old traditional methods. Now, next one is intensive subsistence farming. So, the next one is intensive subsistence farming. Now, this type of farming is done where there is an area in which there is very high population. So, this type of farming is done where this type of farming is done in the areas which are highly populated, and this type of method of farming is using much of biochemicals for irrigation purposes and so on. And again, this is a farming where much labor force is required, more laborers are required and there is high pressure on the land. So, when all these things are combined, we get intensive subsistence farming. I repeat, what is intensive subsistence farming? It is type of a farming which is done in the areas where there is high population, there is high pressure on the land, it is labor intensive, and here in this type of farming biochemicals are used for irrigation purposes and so on. So, this is the type of farming which is using modern tools and equipments. Now, under intensive subsistence farming we have 2 types, that is shifting cultivation and nomadic herding. So, now we will study shifting cultivation. So, now what do you mean by the shifting cultivation? So, where is it practiced first? So, it is practiced in those areas where there are thickly forested areas of say Amazon basin, tropical forests and southeast parts of the Asia. It receives heavy rainfall and this helps in the regrowth of the vegetation. So, I repeat, what is shifting cultivation? So, it is practiced in those thickly forested areas of Amazon basin, again tropical Africa and some parts of Southeast Asia, and this type of cultivation is possible where there is heavy amount of rainfall, where there is heavy rainfall and which helps in the regrowth of the vegetation. So, now how exactly is this shifting cultivation done? So, firstly we have forest. So, firstly we are having forests with the help of slash and burn agriculture, we convert those forests into fertile, we convert it into fertile soil, and then farming is done. Then there is some infertile soil left over, and that infertile soil which is left over, it is again left to grow it again, and that will again included in that intact forest. So then again it will be under slash and burn agriculture, and then it will just go on. So firstly we will have those forest areas where we, with the help of slash and burn agriculture, farming would be done, fertile soil would be developed, and then there will be some infertile soil left over which would again go on in the process. So this is how shifting cultivation is going on. You need to remember this three tier cycle for this. So next which we have is nomadic herding. Now from the word itself you can make out that what type of farming it would be. So these type of farming is done in the semi-arid or the dry regions like say Rajasthan and some places in Jammu and Kashmir, and again in some parts of Sahara desert. So this type of farming is done in these places. Now from the word itself you can understand nomadic herding. Now it comes from the word herding, which means that group of cows or sheep or that type of cattle is what we call herdsman. The person who is handling the cattle is what we call herdsman. So that man is moving from one place to another. So that man is moving from one place to another in search of fodder and water, and that will give them a definite route. So that will give them a definite route. So now why are they moving from one place to another? That is because of the climatic conditions. So that depends on the climatic conditions where herdsmen will move from one place to another with their cattle, sheep, camel, goats and yaks. These are mostly the animals which have been reared by the herdsmen or by the nomads, or you can say herdsmen or nomads. So these animals will give us milk, meat and all of such things which are again useful for human beings. From the picture also you can see that it is in some part of Jammu and Kashmir, that is in the northern part of India. So now the next which we have is commercial farming. So from the word commercial also you can see that, you can understand that it is for the commercial purpose, it is for the business purpose. So now what do we understand by the word commercial farming? It means that here modern tools and equipments are used. Why? Because this is for the business purpose, this is for the commercial purpose. Here the modern tools and equipments are used so that there can be best cultivation of crops and then which can be further sold. So for here modern tools and equipments, modern techniques of production are being used. And again the degree of commercialization, it varies, it means it changes from place to place. For example, in Punjab and Haryana rice is their commercial crop, whereas in Odisha it is not their commercial crop, it is their subsistence crop. It means that each and every crop has got its importance according to the various places, according to the various regions which in it is found. So this is what we understand by the term commercial farming, which means it is for the commercial purpose. Whereas we studied the example of rice, which is commercial crop in say Haryana and Punjab, but it is a subsistence crop in Orissa. So this is how the crops are different according to the different places. Here in the picture you can see that how commercial farming is done. So it involves heavy dose of the modern inputs. So there are heavy machineries used for this commercial farming. So now let us move to the next and the last part, which is plantation. So what is plantation farming? So it is one of the part of commercial farming. So over here there are many crops grown in a single area of land. It has an interference of agriculture and industries also. It is done on a large area of land using those heavy machines, using those capital intensive, which means that heavy machineries with the help of the migrant laborers. What do you mean by migrant laborers? Those laborers which move from one place to another for their survival, for their necessities. So with the help of the migrant laborers these machineries are being run, and so in this way farming is being done under plantation farming. Important plantation crops could be like you can see in the picture apple, coffee, sugarcane, orange and all of it. So this is what we understand by plantation farming. So now let us have a quick recap of what we have studied today. So starting with the chapter that is, it's all about agriculture. So firstly we studied what is agriculture. Then we studied types of farming. So firstly we had primitive subsistence farming. Then we studied intensive subsistence farming, under which we had two parts, that is shifting cultivation and nomadic cultivation, or you can say nomadic herding. After that we studied again two things, that is commercial farming and then plantation farming. So in all these are the different types of farmings that we have learnt today. So I hope you have understood them very clearly and you are thorough with this topics. So that was it for today. Thank you and have a nice day.